Welcome back. Well, Independence Day is just ahead, and your plans might include firework displays, a backyard picnic, or perhaps fun at the beach or the lake. I know some people in Bass Lake who are having fun without me. The American Red Cross wants you to enjoy a fun, packed, safe 4th of July. So we have Red Cross volunteer Luca Lorenzi. He's here with us today with some tips that you can follow during the upcoming holiday. And we have to talk about it every year, especially in the Central Valley, especially because it is so dry and we have so many home fires. We're talking about fireworks safety. So what's your call to action? What are your safety tips for people who are going to light fireworks this year?
Right. So we obviously want to have fun over the 4th of July, and the best way to do that is to have a safe experience.
Yes.
What I encourage everyone to do is to actually seek out public displays of fireworks, because those are put on by professionals.
Yes.
So you know that they're going to be safe, they're going to be monitored. But if your family likes to have their own display, first and foremost, always read those instructions. I know it sounds simple, but it's critical. Second, always be sure to have a large supply of water on hand, just in case a fire breaks out.
Right.
And lastly, again, it sounds obvious, but please keep fireworks out of reach of children and pets. The moment you turn around is the moment that something can happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I have always found, so I grew up in the Central Valley and we love our fireworks here. We always set up huge displays. We have little, contraptions where we put the fireworks. Always a good idea to have your setup display and your fireworks, maybe in a separate location. Have a couple hoses that are hooked up and ready to go. If you've got, an 18-year-old, a teenager out there who needs a job, they can stand there with the hose and watch it.
Exactly.
On the topic of water, another problem that happens during the 4th of July and during the summer here, we talk about it all the time, is drowning. And so we want to make sure that people are aware of what kinds of the water safety calls that we put out there. So what are you guys saying?
Right. Well, obviously, in this triple-digit heat, the first thing we want to do is to hop in a pool of water, whether that is in our backyard or in nature's backyard, such as Bass Lake, for instance. But what's critical and what is to keep at the front of your mind is to always have someone watching by.
Right.
Whether this is with our children, of course, or with fellow adults and friends, it is always important to never let your guard down.
Right.
And this doesn't just apply to open water. As I was saying, a lot of accidents can happen within our backyards, in pools, right? A lot of people miscalculate the depths of a pool or in the lake that they're hopping in. So always be sure not to go in head first, no matter how tempting it may seem. Always take a walk in to whatever body of water you're going into.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's always a great idea, and the Red Cross can also help with this. Have somebody on hand that knows CPR. Have somebody on the hand who can give first aid. If you don't know anybody, maybe you should take charge. Take that leadership role and learn how to do it.
Red Cross offers classes, so it's not even that difficult to become a safety guard for others around you.
And with these temperatures, it got hot like that.
Yes.
So people are at risk. I saw just the other day that we had a heat advisory.
Yes.
So who is the most at risk, and how can we make sure that we keep them safe while it's so hot?
Honestly, a huge misconception is that you yourself aren't at risk, especially because you're thinking, well, gosh, I'm swimming, I'm in cool water. That doesn't mean that you're still not susceptible to heat exhaustion and even heat stroke, right? So what I advise everyone to do is to set 15-minute timers for yourself to drink water. It may seem like a lot, but it really isn't, especially when we're over 100 degrees in temperature. Even if you aren't even moving around that much. Another great tip I have is to keep track of what dehydrates you. Alcohol, coffee, even iced coffee, right? It may feel cool, but it's really dehydrating you, right? So keeping track of that water intake. And then also creating shady spaces for yourself, just to keep yourself out of the sun's beams, can do a lot to help you.
I myself should have taken heed of that. I'm extremely sunburnt today. And all those kids out there, I know they're enjoying their 4th of July, but you got to be sure, in between all of your Coors Lights, have a glass of water. Make sure your friends are drinking water. Thank you so much for being here. Always great tips. We want to make sure that everybody has a safe 4th of July. The Red Cross, you can find all that information online. Luca, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much,
Happy 4th of July. Coming up here.